Minnesota is known for quality health care, and now two leading medical centers are teaming up to provide more help for some of the youngest and oftentimes sickest patients. Children's Minnesota and Mayo Clinic are collaborating to provide care for children born with heart conditions. Children's Chief Medical Officer Dr. Emily Chapman is here to tell us all about it. Thanks for being with us today, Dr. Chapman.
My pleasure.
So how did this whole agreement come about between Children's and Mayo?
Well, this arrangement builds upon a longstanding relationship between Children's Minnesota and Mayo Clinic. And we have a group of physicians on both sides who have long partnered together to try to advance care, who respect each other's work, and who pushed us to make this a more formal relationship. So we're excited about it.
So both hospitals have such incredible reputations, but what does this collaboration mean for families and the care that kids will get?
Right. Well, what we know in medicine is that particularly when it comes to rare diseases or disorders, we do it better when we do it together. When we combine our expertise to drive innovation in how we're delivering care, the outcomes we can achieve, research to advance that care, we always do it better when we join together.
So for kids with congenital heart disease, what are the challenges that they face and how will this help address some of those challenges?
About 1 out of every 100 babies is born with a heart defect. And babies with heart defects are different from the common heart conditions that you think of with adults. So repairing defects in small bodies presents some added challenges, and we have expertise in that. We have it at Children's Minnesota, and we have it at Mayo Clinic. Bringing these two teams together means that we can deliver that care with greater expertise close to where the family needs it.
Well, it's such a great partnership. Thank you, Dr. Emily Chapman. Sounds like you're going to help a lot of children with this. Thanks for explaining it to us today.
Absolutely.
We'll find out more about the Children's Mayo collaboration and a direct link sent to your phone. Just text 4 p.m. to the number on your screen. Remember, that number is text only. Don't call.